Nurses need to sacrifice for people, take care of ailing elders, say Health Minister Dr. Sapam Ranjan. Development must not stop despite fighting wars, says 𝐋𝐢𝐯𝐬 MLA Rameshwar. And National Highway 37 blocked for a while at 𝐍𝐸𝐸 against assault of laborer by residents of 𝐍𝐸𝐸 Kalinagar Laikai. Good evening. Welcome to Northeast Window English News. I am CELINA 𝐶𝐬𝐯, giving you the news in detail. The 12th Foundation Day of College of Nursing Directorate of Health Services Government of Manipur was observed, and the oath-taking ceremony for the students of BSc Nursing first semester 2023-24 of the college was held at the multi-purpose hall of the College Nursing at Lamphel today. Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Sapam Ranjan, Director of Health Services Manipur Dr. 𝐾𝐄𝐯 and Principal of College of Nursing Dr. N. Surbala graced the event as the Chief Guest, President and Guest of Honor respectively. Speaking on the occasion, Health Minister Dr. Sapam Ranjan expressed the need for those in the professions of nursing to work with sacrificial spirit and discharge their duties diligently. He also urged nurses who hasn't started practice to attain to and take care of ailing elders in their localities whenever they can. Speaking about the rising use of tobacco products among the youths in Manipur, Minister Ranjan urged the people to stay away from intoxicating substances and take responsibility in building a healthy society.
Nursing is a profession, a very important profession and a very noble one. The nurses are the first one to be there when a person's last breath is taken. And they also are there when the first breath has been taken. The first breath and the last breath, a nurse is always there in the hospital. That shows the importance. Surrounding the beloved dear ones, responsibility nursing profession, one has to be motivated, one has to be very much determined.
MLA of 𝐶𝐸𝐯 Assembly Constituency Mayang Lambam Rameshwar asserted that development must not stop despite fighting the war. Focus should be on development too, even as people continued to fight the war, the MLA said. MLA Rameshwar said this during the handing over of newly repaired road of 𝐶𝐸𝐯 Makha Sabal Asangba Pareng to the public and inspection visit at the construction site of a new building of 𝐶𝐸𝐯 Lomi Upper Primary School today. He further urged the people to continue working at relatively peaceful areas in the state so as to not slow down pace of development during this time of crisis. Let's not make this war hinder the state's development, the MLA said, stating that the state force and central force have been conducting extensive operations to crack down against Kuki militants. Rameshwar said, development must not stop despite fighting the war against the Kuki militants.
ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯈꯜꯂꯝꯕ ꯌꯥꯏ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯂꯥꯟꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯛꯁꯤꯗ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯂꯥꯟꯁꯤ ꯀꯥꯎꯊꯣꯛꯑꯒ ꯂꯥꯟꯁꯤꯗꯒꯤ ꯊꯩꯗꯣꯛꯑꯒ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯗꯦꯚꯂꯞꯃꯦꯟꯠ ꯂꯣꯝꯗ ꯈꯣꯡ ꯆꯪꯁꯤꯟꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯒꯤ ꯄꯣꯠꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯨ development the sanction banate lanju koi tawdaba yade lanju tawsu tawri hojik more da leiba condition sida ngarangsu manipur gi commando amadi army gi combined force na bharat landarakpa manipur landarakpa kuki militants mayamama habagi mayamno wiramani aduga loina na lanju tawna lansina lanpham da songnaba aina manipur gi praja da request tawjaning basi tawgadoriba lanse lanpham sida tawsi at the same time praja tariba praja leiriba mafam basi dadi normalcy poraga development gi thabak sidi lepa yade maram de koi maning da lehuba yade koi mamang thana sakadawni haibagi asigumba sarkar asigi kholaw loina na kakching kendra gi manungda amadi manipur gi mafam da development gi thabak se koi haujarakpani.
People of 𝐍𝐞𝐰𝐬, Assam took out the streets in protest against an alleged assault of one Anurhushan of 𝐍𝐞𝐰𝐬's Makhon Nagar by residents of Kalinagar Jiribam at border bridge between Jiribam, Manipur and 𝐍𝐞𝐰𝐬, Assam this morning around 10:30 a.m. The people reportedly blocked National Highway 37 in protest against the incident for a while today. The timely interventions by Jiribam police and 𝐍𝐞𝐰𝐬 police controlled the situation. Later, the road was also opened for vehicular movement. Injured Anurhushan said he, along with 3 other persons, came to Kalinagar to pluck betel nuts yesterday. This morning, he was beaten up by a group of people when he came back again to pluck and collect the betel nuts, he related, demanding the authority concerned to take actions against those involved. Later, Jiribam police took the injured to Jiribam District Hospital for treatment. On the other hand, as per information culled from Kalinagar Lekai, Anurhushan damaged the electric lines of the locality when he came to pluck betel nuts yesterday, following which the residents of Kalinagar beat him. The matter has been resolved after people of both Kalinagar and 𝐍𝐞𝐰𝐬 came to an understanding. Imphal West District Police has recovered 4 vehicles, 1 bolero and 3 gypsies, which were taken away by armed miscreants from the vicinity of Jail Road on 1st of November from different places of Imphal West yesterday. As per a report from Manipur Police Room, situation in the state remained tense but was under control with sporadic incidents of congregations of protesters during the last 24 hours. Between November 3rd and 4th. The report said search operations were conducted by security forces in the fringe and vulnerable areas of Imphal West, Thoubal, Kakching and Kangpokpi districts. During the operations, 1 SLR with magazine, 1 muzzle-loading rifle, 1 carbine magazine and 1 wireless radio set were recovered from Loiching Rens in Kangpokpi district. On the other hand, security forces arrested 7 persons, including 1 Myanmar national from Chavangphai, Yangaobung, Sejang, Jeonvang under Moreh police stations in Tengnoupal districts and recovered 10 grams of gunpowder, 1 Chinese hand grenade, 60 grams of suspected sulfur dioxide, 102 12-bore rounds and 2.5 kg of suspected explosive material, ammonium nitrate. The report continued that movements of 238 vehicles along National Highway 2 with essential items were ensured, while strict security measures were taken up in all vulnerable locations and security convoy was provided along sensitive stretches in order to ensure free and safe movement of the vehicles. A total of 133 checkpoints was installed in different districts of Manipur, both in the hills and the valley, and 1,320 persons were detained in connections with violations in different districts of the state, the report added. Executive Director of Lawyers for Human Rights Manipur and Advocate of Supreme Court of India, Maisnam Korau Hanbaluang, will speak at the 7th Southeast Asia Multi-Stakeholder Forum, reinforcing the 2030 agenda and eradicating poverty in times of multiple crises, the effective delivery of sustainable, resilient, and innovative solutions in Asia-Pacific, and at other associated events. He will speak on the present crisis in the state of the Manipur and draw global attention on violations of human rights in Manipur during the events slated to take place on November 6th and 7th at United Nations Conference Center Regional Headquarters, Asia Pacific in Bangkok, Thailand. Media coordinator of Lawyers for Human Rights Manipur, Yumnam Haridas, in a press release issued today said, Advocate Koro Hanba will draw the attentions of representatives of different countries taking part in the events to help in resolving the state crisis. He will also highlight the spreading of various false narratives in connections with the ethnic violence in Manipur and let the people of the world, especially the Southeast Asian countries, know the truth and submit a memorandum to draw their attentions to the crisis, the press release said. Let's take a quick break.
Years of trusted diagnostic service, Babina Diagnostics.
Welcome back. The second Ayushman Vavan weekly health Mela under Ayushman Vava campaign was held at Community Health Center, 𝐶𝐘𝐲 yesterday, jointly organized by CEJA Hospitals and 𝐶𝐲𝐶. Medical team comprising specialist doctors of different departments and other medical staff provided free health checkups during the Mela organized under the aegis of National Health Mission Manipur. Free medicines and testing facilities were also provided during the Mela. Speaking on the occasion, Medical Officer in charge of 𝐶𝐲𝐶, Dr. KH Skopeshwar, urged the people avail the health facilities during such health fairs taken up under the initiative of Government of India.
Ayushman Baba Health Mela ki Chatharak point Mamang Thagi, date 7 the Tokre to Hatak Thagina, November date 4 Sida Toria to Gamatan Thagina, December date 20 Emadi, date 30 the Pangkok Ribat, later Chatharivashuma Ayushman Baba weekly health Mela at Community Health Center with the collaboration of CEJA Academy of Medical Sciences, Moina Undaraga, CEJA super specialist doctors in Duna, Mopam Sidalaga, facilities upgrade to Nogi Pandam the
Defense Minister Rajnath Singh has approved a proposal for an extension of the rules for maternity, childcare and child adoption leaves for women soldiers, sailors and air warriors in the armed forces at par with their officer counterparts. With the issuing of the rules, the grant of such leaves to all women in the military will be equally applicable, whether one is an officer or any other rank. The decision is in line with the Defense Minister's vision of inclusive participations of all women in the armed forces irrespective of their ranks. The Defense Ministry said the extensions of leave rules will go a long way in dealing with women-specific family and social issues relevant to the armed forces. This measure is going to improve the work conditions of women in the military and aid them to balance the space of professional and family life in a better manner. New Delhi was wrapped in a thick layer of toxic haze as air quality continued to remain in the severe category. The Indian capital, along with Kolkata and Mumbai, is among the world's most populated cities, polluted cities today, according to data by Swiss group IQ-Air. As per the date, New Delhi again topped the real-time list with an AQI of 483 at 7:30 a.m. today, followed by Lahore at 371. Kolkata and Mumbai were also among the 5 worst hit cities by air pollutions, with an AQI of 206 and 162 respectively. Officials said a seasonal combinations of low temperatures, a lack of wind and a stubble burning in neighboring states had caused a spike in air pollutants. A crisis plan has already been activated in the national capital, which includes halting construction works, encouraging the use of public transport and working from home when possible. Meanwhile, it has been announced that primary schools in Delhi will stay closed till 10th of November in view of rising air pollutions. In a social media post, Delhi Education Minister Atishi informed that schools have the options of shifting to online classes for grades 6 to 12. Campaigning for single-phased assembly elections in Mizoram and for first phase polling in Chhattisgarh will end today, November 5th. In Mizoram, all 40 constituencies and in Chhattisgarh, 20 out of a total 90 assembly constituencies will go to polls on Tuesday and votes will be counted on the 3rd of next month. The election commissions called upon all political parties to instruct their leaders and to campaigners to ensure that they observe the silence period on all forms of media. During the silence period, star campaigners and other political leaders should refrain from addressing the media by way of press conferences and giving interviews on election matters. The campaigning restrictions during the 48-hour silence period shall also apply to the social media space. The Representations of the People Act 1951 prohibits all forms of campaigning and display of any election matter by means of cinematograph, televisions or similar apparatus in a polling area for 48 hours prior to end of the poll. A violation entails imprisonment up to 2 years of or fine or both. Manipur bagged 4 medals, including 2 gold and 1 silver and a bronze medal, each in archery event held yesterday in the ongoing 37th National Games. Archers 𝐷𝐿𝐴 𝐿 and L. Sophia bagged gold medal in Indian round women team, while in Indian round mixed team, 𝐷𝐿𝐴 and 𝐻 bagged another gold and 𝐷𝐿𝐴 and L. bagged silver and bronze respectively in Indian round individual. Before we end, let's take a quick look at the headlines once again. Nurses need to sacrifice for people, take care of ailing elders, says Health Minister Dr. Sapam Ranjan. Development must not stop despite fighting wars, says Kaching MLA Rameshwar. And National Highway 37 blocked for a while at Jirighat against assault of laborer by residents of Jiribam Kalinagar Lekai. And that is all we have for now, but for more news updates, keep watching Northeast Window.
Sri Sri Gaurachandraya Namo. Barbashramda aikhoi khwaibu konbiramba maisam mani luwangna magi nungsizaraba imung manu sagay natay amari marumapang khwai pungnamak puthadoklamlaga ꯍꯧꯈꯤꯕ ꯇꯥꯡ 30 ꯊꯥ 10 ꯏꯪ 2016 ꯃꯦꯂꯥꯒꯤ 13ꯅꯤ ꯄꯥꯟꯕ ꯅꯤꯡꯊꯧꯀꯥꯕ ꯅꯨꯃꯤꯠꯇ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರುꯒꯤ ಕೃಪಾದಗಿ ಬೇಸ ಒಲಗ ರಾಧಾ ಮಾಧವ್ ದಾಸ್ ಹಾಯ್ಬ ನಾಮ ಫಂಗ್ಸದನ ಬೃಂದಾವನ್ ಪ್ರಾಪ್ತಿ ಒಯ್ಖ್ರೆ ಲಾಕ್ಲಿಬ ತಾಂಗ್ 3 ಥಾ 11 ꯏಂಗ್ 2016 ಮೇರಾಗಿ 12ನಿ ಪಾನ್ಬ ಥಾಂಗ್ಸ ನುಮಿತ ಅಸ್ತಿ ಸಂಜಯ್ ಲೌಖಚ್ಚರಗ ತಾಂಗ್ 12 ಥಾ 11 ꯏಂಗ್ 2016 ಮೇರಾಗಿ 18ನಿ ಪಾನ್ಬ ನೋಂಮೈಸಿಂಗ್ ನುಮಿತ ಲೈಖಿದ್ರಬಗಿ ಚಿರಾ ಉತ್ಸವ ತಿಂಗ್ಥೋಕ್ಲೆ नुमित असिदा लैखिद्रबगी आत्मा शांति की नम गमजब वस्तु खरदंग श्री श्री गौरचंद्र महाप्रभु की चरणदा हरि संकीर्तन का लोइनना कच्चगदौरी उपलक्ष्य सिदा ब्राह्मण वैष्णव अहल लमन अमरी मरु मपांग ख्वाई खिबिंगना मतम चान लिंगबिरक्तुना हरिनाम सर्वन तौबिननबा नॉर्थ ईस्ट विंडो की खुथांगदा पाउजेंजरी बा मैस्नाम ओंबी बिसुरानी देवी लोइनबी मैस्नाम निंगोल कोनसम ओंबी निरुमला मचे मैस्नाम ओंबी रंजना मनाउनपी मैस्नाम ओंबी इबेथोय मनाउनपी मैस्नाम